Every detail is designed and analyzed to contain Jayson, known for his remarkable skills, prompting his teammates to attempt to facilitate the play. However, they are reluctant to share the ball. This incident sparked tensions. Marcus Smart openly criticized Jayson Tatum for his lack of willingness to share, and recent intense footage reveals the situation escalated further. Tatum subsequently spoke on the matter, making his stance evident. It's challenging. It's more than just relinquishing the lease. It's about losing a team member, a friend, a brother. The connection they shared couldn't withstand the pressure. Let's analyze how everything disintegrated. The intricate relationship between Smart and Tatum is under scrutiny. A purported intense video of Marcus Smart and Jayson Tatum in a confrontation is spreading, leaving fans astonished. For those who've been observant, this isn't unexpected. Their connection has always been complex, marked by tension hidden under their supposed brotherly affection. The biggest eruption occurred during what was meant to be an ordinary press conference after a crushing defeat. Following a 128-114 home setback to the Chicago Bulls on November 1, 2021, where the Celtics squandered a 19-point advantage, Marcus Smart voiced his displeasure with the team's late-game offense, notably criticizing stars Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown for failing to share the ball adequately. The words lingered, heavy as a botched play, and the basketball community quickly grasped the weight of the moment. This went beyond mere feedback. Here was a seasoned leader challenging his top players openly, breaking the usual confines of team dynamics. The repercussions were swift and profound. Tatum spoke on Smart's remarks for the first time on November 7th, following a defeat against the Dallas Mavericks. He admitted the backlash blindsided him, but stressed they had already addressed it in a private discussion and convened the team. His composed reaction failed to conceal the underlying friction that had emerged. The polished words couldn't entirely disguise his astonishment at having his leadership openly challenged. The incident unveiled more profound issues within the organization. The public nature of Smart's comments triggered immediate unrest among the team, prompting a players-only meeting soon after the Bulls' defeat to address the situation. Sources indicated that the Celtics organization and players were displeased that Smart chose to voice his concerns publicly rather than privately, as it intensified external scrutiny amid a rough 2-5 start to the season. The situation became more intricate as Smart's evaluation wasn't entirely unfounded. Statistical evidence highlighted that Tatum and Brown only managed 3 assists collectively while attempting 41 shots, with the team's overall assists plummeting in the fourth frame. The data backed up Smart's criticism, but the way he presented it stirred up needless tension at a pivotal point in the season. Coach Ime Udoka opted to downplay Smart's commentary, noting privately on November 3rd that the erratic passing from Tatum and Brown was a recurring topic in their daily discussions and had been previously addressed in film reviews. Udoka later disclosed in June 2022 that this incident had unnecessarily stirred the pot early in the season, leading to locker room discord and fostering a sentiment that the team wasn't enjoying their time together. Responses from the public fell into expected categories. Some fans on X applauded Smart for his candidness, while others felt he should have kept his thoughts private. Observers like Shannon Sharp pointed out that Smart's ire stemmed from overlooked private discussions, while Kendra Perkins lambasted the public spectacle of it all, but the fallout has transcended that one press event. Smart's journey has been punctuated by episodes that showcase his multifaceted character, a competitor whose fervor sometimes ventures into contentious realms. He is frequently labeled as one of the NBA's most infamous floppers, having accrued various fines for breaching the anti-flopping guidelines. In September 2020, he faced a $5,000 penalty for flopping in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Toronto Raptors, where he overemphasized contact with Pascal Siakam. This flopping label morphed into a recurring joke among NBA enthusiasts, yet also underscored Smart's propensity to manipulate rules for strategic gain. The NBA has enacted more stringent flopping penalties, including a technical foul in 2023, partly motivated by events like Marcus Smart's confrontations with rivals during the Celtics vs. Hawks matchup on March 11, 2023. Smart took down Trae Young after an alleged hip check, resulting in Smart's ejection and a $25,000 penalty for instigating a scene on the floor. This episode ignited discussions on whether Smart's behavior was a form of retaliation or an overreaction, with Hawks supporters labeling it unsportsmanlike. You might wonder why to focus on Marcus Smart of the Boston Celtics. The answer lies in their recent struggles despite having 2 star players. One of the most memorable moments occurred on March 16, 2022, when Marcus Smart dove for a loose ball against Stephen Curry, unintentionally crashing into Curry's legs and resulting in a foot injury that kept him out for several weeks. Warriors coach Steve Kerr denounced the play as reckless and unsportsmanlike, visibly expressing his frustrations at Smart during the game. While Smart claimed it was simply a hustle move, it quickly turned him into persona non grata in Golden State, especially as the 2022 finals approached. Over time, such occurrences have added up. Smart has faced ejections on at least 10 occasions throughout his NBA tenure, accruing fines that exceed $300,000. The incidents involve pushing DeAndre Bembry and rushing toward him on January 19, 2019, which necessitated restraint and culminated in a $35,000 penalty, along with shoving J.R. Smith following a rough foul in the October 2018 preseason, resulting in a $25,000 fine. Off the court, Smart's issues evolved. During a game between Oklahoma State and Texas Tech on February 8, 2014, he pushed fan Jeff after or reportedly used a racial slur. This episode resulted in a 3-game suspension, underscoring the racial issues Smart would continue to confront throughout his career. In a 2020 Players Tribune piece, Smart shared his experiences with racism, citing slurs from fans at NBA venues. While the following year, Celtics Kyrie Irving reaffirmed that Boston was the epicenter of racial slurs. In May 2021, he recounted instances of encountering racist comments directed at rivals within TD Garden, set against the backdrop of a larger discussion on racism in Boston. These insights shed light on Smart's occasionally heated responses to audience engagements. Meanwhile, Tatum's fewer controversies brought forth distinct areas of pressure. During the 2024 NBA Finals, Jaylen Brown secured the Finals MVP with 7 out of 11 media votes, outpacing Tatum's 4 votes, despite Tatum outscoring him with 22.2 PPG, along with 7.8 rebounds and 7.2 assists compared to Brown's 20.8 PPG, 5.4 rebounds, and 5.0 assists. This perceived oversight sparked debates surrounding Tatum's performance in critical moments and his leadership qualities. Everyone keeps telling them to distribute the ball, but he insists they don't want to. That's Marcus Smart reflecting after leading the Celtics to victory last night, despite facing a strong Bulls team that trounced them by 2 touchdowns. At the 2024 Paris Olympics, Team USA Steve Kerr decided to bench Tatum for a pair of games, one of which was against Serbia. This choice sparked significant backlash, despite Tatum being a 2024 NBA champion and a first-team All-NBA player, creating an uncomfortable tension heading into the next season. Most notably, former NBA player Brandon Jennings labeled Tatum the softest superstar in Boston Celtic history during an appearance on Gilbert Arenas' podcast in January 2025. Tatum quietly reacted on Instagram, labeling himself the gentlest superstar in Celtics history and adding a laughing emoji to shrug off the critique. However, this comment highlighted views on his leadership that starkly differed from Smart's more aggressive style. The situation involving both athletes sheds light on the core conflict that shapes their dynamic. Smart's direct and confrontational approach often led to conflicts with teammates, rivals, and referees alike. Meanwhile, Tatum's calm demeanor faced scrutiny for not embodying the fierceness essential for championship teams. As a pair, they showcased contrasting leadership styles that could either clash chaotically or unite in strength. The 2021 public critique incident underscored a contrast between Smart's outspoken demeanor and Tatum's more subdued leadership approach. Although they managed to mend their relationship, the core dynamic remained somewhat unsettled. Smart advocated for accountability among teammates, irrespective of their rank or emotions. In contrast, Tatum leaned towards resolving issues privately and maintaining diplomacy. As the Celtics had their championship opportunities rise and fall without securing a title during their partnership, these differing philosophies became increasingly evident. Each playoff letdown, every squandered advantage, and all the missed chances piled on the strain of a partnership already troubled by conflicting ideas about leadership and responsibility. These controversies were not mere one-off events. They highlighted underlying compatibility issues that ultimately led to Smart's exit and the evolving relationship between two players who once regarded each other as brothers but now find themselves gearing up for competition in opposing colors. Marcus Smart's unexpected move to the Lakers ignites Tatum rival speculation. The basketball community was taken aback when Marcus Smart officially inked a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Los Angeles Lakers on July 22, 2023, following his buyout with the Washington Wizards. This was no run-of-the-mill signing. It featured a defensive genius, a past Defensive Player of the Year, and a 9-year Celtics icon heading to the Lakers, one of Boston's fiercest adversaries. The announcement sent shockwaves through the NBA sphere faster than a Smart steal on a fast break, and the potential impact on his connection with former teammate Jayson Tatum quickly became hot gossip. Smart's arrival in Los Angeles was far from linear. After spending most of his career in Celtic green, the tenacious guard found himself traded to the Memphis Grizzlies in 2023 before being shifted to the Washington Wizards in 2024. Injuries restricted him to only 20 games during the 2024-25 season, which triggered the buyout that brought him to the Lakers. However, it was his reasoning for selecting the purple and gold that truly piqued interest. I realize everyone anticipates me being a powerhouse right away, but I know you aren't either. I'm not referring to you. I'm addressing how everyone might be taken aback. I'd share how I might have been. Congrats, guys. Smart showed great enthusiasm for the chance, declaring in his opening press conference that the Lakers are limitless and he's eager to make an impact. Then my agent rings me up and says, like Lucas Ritual. And I'm like, sure, whatever. You know how it goes. Then, on another day, the same scenario unfolds. Lucas Ritual once more. This time it's genuine. It's not just what exists. It's true, and we have to discuss it. It felt amazing, as I mentioned earlier. This was a pivotal moment that led me to this journey. I'm thrilled to be part of this team. The seasoned guard acknowledged Luka Doncic's role in bringing him here, emphasizing how meaningful it was to receive a personal invitation from such a superstar. The Lakers lineup, showcasing legends like LeBron James and Doncic, along with new talents like DeAndre Ayton and Jake LaRavia, embodied everything Smart had been aspiring for. A bona fide title challenger equipped with all the right components. I can't quite savor it. You feel me? It's undeniably a touch of sweetness, so kudos to you, man. Damn it. It's rough, but it's undeniably challenging. I was right there in the thick of it with him. Not being able to complete what we initiated alongside those players is certainly hard. The basketball analytics crowd quickly acknowledged the tactical genius behind this signing. Kendra Perkins from ESPN labeled it a superior pickup compared to the Clippers' Bradley, highlighting Smart's effectiveness as a point-of-attack defender, similar to Alex Caruso. This comparison to Caruso was significant, as he too was a defensive ace who flourished in the Laker framework before securing larger deals elsewhere. Smart's accolade of 3 all-defensive first-team selections and his standing as a transformative figure made him the ideal veteran asset for championship-caliber teams. However, for Lakers fans, this acquisition symbolized something deeper. The response from Lakers supporters has been overwhelmingly favorable, viewing Smart as a pivotal culture instigator armed with playoff experience and defensive fervor. Social media was ablaze with imagined starting lineups, many picturing Smart teaming up with Austin Reeves, LeBron James, and Aidon, with Rui Hachimura offering vital support from the bench. An especially passionate former user shared the projected starting 5, asserting that with these components in place, everything else would fall into line. The Lakers fans appreciated the humor of the situation as well. Many supporters likened Smart's tenacious defense to Derek Fisher's, wishing he would bring a similar level of intensity and possible confrontations. Others labeled the acquisition as clever within free agency, acknowledging that although the more glamorous signings might steal the spotlight, Smart embodied the sort of low-key addition that frequently determines whether a team falls short in the playoffs or triumphs in the finals. On the other hand, the response from Boston was less enthusiastic. Celtics fans, where Smart spent 9 seasons and became beloved, had a varied and often negative reaction, largely due to the long-standing rivalry. The Celtics and Lakers rivalry transcends mere sports. It's an integral part of NBA lore. From Magic and Bird to Pierce and Kobe, and now with Smart stepping into the spotlight, this saga continues to unfold. Smart is well aware of the reactions that await him. In a candid admission, he noted he anticipates substantial boos and animosity from Boston fans, acknowledging their feelings. This degree of introspection reflects Smart's grasp of his significance to the Celtics' loyal supporters and the implications of his switch to their top adversary. Insiders from the industry have shown admiration for the Lakers' maneuvering. NBA analysts and insiders are lauding the signing as a tactical enhancement for the Lakers as they aim to bounce back from a lackluster playoff run. The timing is impeccable. Smart arrives on a Lakers squad that fell short the prior season, contributing his defensive skills alongside his championship experience and strong leadership. Even well-known Celtics fan Bill Simmons expressed his astonishment. Simmons had a striking 6-word response, showing his shock at the former Celtic star switching to their foes, the Lakers. When someone like Simmons, deeply tied to the Celtics, is left without words, you know this shift carries heavy meaning. The bond between Marcus Smart and Jayson Tatum stands as one of the most intriguing narratives in contemporary NBA lore. What started as a guidance relationship transformed into a fraternal bond, thriving despite public critiques and locker room strains, even following a surprising trade division, now challenged by competing jerseys and championship goals. From 2017 to 2023, they played vital roles in the Celtics' playoff journeys, which notably included an NBA Finals appearance in 2022. Smart, the defensive stalwart drafted in 2014, was already becoming the backbone of the team when Tatum was selected as the 3rd overall pick in 2017. Their relationship was frequently characterized as fraternal, with Smart stepping up as a vocal leader while Tatum began to solidify his role as the franchise's key player. Their connection was forged through shared challenges and deep respect for one another. Smart regularly lauded Tatum's development, while Tatum acknowledged Smart's fierce determination as a driving force behind the team's efforts. In interviews, Smart referred to Tatum and Jaylen Brown as brothers, highlighting their collective experiences through playoff disappointments and the personal achievements they celebrated together, including Tatum's presence at Smart's wedding in 2023. Even the most robust relationships endure challenges, and theirs was no different. The critical juncture arrived on June 22, 2023, when the Celtics traded Smart to the Grizzlies in a 3-team transaction, bringing in Kristaps Porzingis. Smart was utterly taken aback, learning the news through a late-night call after being assured he was out of the trade talks. This trade became a significant milestone for both the team and their bond. It was interpreted as a move to prioritize the pairing of Tatum and Brown, with Porzingis boosting Boston to their 2024 championship, their first title without Smart. Smart offered heartfelt congratulations to his former teammates, and ponder their development. Though the championship celebration in Boston felt a touch bittersweet for the veteran who had dedicated himself fully to the franchise. "Man, my wife would agree. I've been cheering for those guys just as loudly as anyone else," he shared, emphasizing his affection and recognition of their effort. Their inaugural clash as rivals showcased the evolution of their bond. In February 2024, when the Celtics faced the Grizzlies, the atmosphere was charged with emotion. Smart was honored with a tribute video and a heartfelt standing ovation. Tatum encouraged the crowd to amplify their cheers and engaged him in conversation several times. He referred to Smart as the quintessential Celtic, while Smart chuckled over the early friction with Brown, further cementing their connection. Yet, the fierce competitiveness of their characters couldn't be entirely held back. In December 2024, Smart, now with the Grizzlies, committed an offensive foul against Tatum, marking their transition to rivals. The moment was pure Smart, positioned perfectly, taking the hit, and then dramatically celebrating once the whistle blew. Tatum pondered how strange it felt to no longer be teammates, emphasizing the surreal shift in their relationship. With Smart now signing on with the Lakers, their bond is about to undergo its greatest trial. This transition to Los Angeles signifies more than just a new squad for Smart. It means aligning with a franchise that epitomizes everything the Celtics have always stood against. The clash of purple and gold against green and white transcends basketball, encompassing a legacy of tradition and years of championship rivalries that have shaped both teams. As these former allies gear up to compete, it promises to be unmissable viewing. The NBA community eagerly anticipates whether their connection can withstand the ultimate challenge of sports rivalry. From collegiate stars to NBA icons, the distinct paths of Smart and Tatum are intriguing. These roads that brought Marcus Smart and Jayson Tatum to their roles as competing veterans could not have diverged more. Yet both experiences molded them into the individuals who would establish one of the most intricate relationships in contemporary NBA history. Grasping their unique narratives from collegiate experiences to professional accomplishments and personal development offers crucial insight into the significance of their current relationship. Marcus Smart's basketball odyssey commenced in the heart of Texas, where his fierce competitiveness and defensive skills shone through early on. From 2012 to 2014, Smart was a standout at Oklahoma State University, where his tenacious play and strong leadership sparked both admiration and debate. His collegiate career was filled with the fervor that would characterize his time in the pros, highlighted by the notorious event in which he pushed fan Jeff for after allegedly using a racial slur, resulting in a 3-game suspension. Nevertheless, his college achievements were significant enough to secure him a spot in the lottery. The Boston Celtics picked him 6th overall in the 2014 NBA draft, acknowledging his capacity as a defensive stalwart and a commanding voice on the court. Embracing the Celtics' rich heritage from his first day, Smart approached the challenge with the fervor of someone who recognized the significance of the jersey he wore. Smart's professional recognition illustrates a player who fully harnessed his talent through relentless effort. His career milestones feature being voted NBA Defensive Player of the Year in 2022, achieving 3 All-Defensive First-Team nods, and securing 1 All-Star spot. Yet, statistics alone fail to convey Smart's true influence. He was the emotional nucleus of every squad he joined, the player who would dive for loose balls, absorb hard hits, and tackle tough discussions when others opted for silence. During his 9 years in Boston from 2014 to 2023, Smart participated in 572 regular season contests, averaging 10.2 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 4.8 assists, with a three-point shooting percentage of 31.9%. While his offensive stats may not have stood out, his defensive contributions were truly significant. He was the kind of player whose impact transcended conventional statistics. The tip passes that sparked fast breaks, the vocal cues that thwarted easy points, the leadership that ensured teammates stayed focused in tough times. The 2022 Defensive Player of the Year accolade marked the peak of Smart's individual acclaim. He became the first guard to earn this honor since Gary Payton back in 1996, highlighting his remarkable talent to guard various positions and solidify team defense. This award signified not merely his prowess, but also acknowledged his role as the defensive orchestrator who elevated the play of those around him. Smart's private life mirrors the passion and devotion that characterized his time on the court. In 2023, he tied the knot with Mazahalen, surrounded by Celtic teammates like Jayson Tatum. The celebration marked a joyful occasion in what turned out to be his concluding season in Boston, as friends and teammates honored a player who dedicated himself wholeheartedly to the franchise. His unwavering dedication to social equity and community engagement has been a consistent theme throughout his journey. Smart has openly addressed racial justice matters, sharing in-depth reflections on his encounters with racism in the realm of professional athletics. His openness in discussing tough subjects, even at the risk of discomfort for some, mirrored the bravery he displayed on the court post his 2023 trade to Memphis. Smart faced challenges with injuries and transitions, ending up with 3 different teams in a span of 3 years: Celtics, Grizzlies, Wizards, and Lakers. Yet, despite the turmoil, he remained committed and made a significant impact, bringing success wherever he played. Meanwhile, Jayson Tatum's path to NBA fame adhered more closely to convention, but his personal milestones have been remarkable in their own right. Raised in St. Louis by a single mother, Tatum's basketball prowess became apparent early on. His time at Chaminade College Preparatory School marked him as one of the top talents in the country, culminating in his decision to attend Duke University. During his sole season with the Blue Devils under the legendary coach Mike Krzyzewski, Tatum registered averages of 16.8 points and 7.3 rebounds per game, contributing to their ACC tournament victory. His impressive blend of stature, ability, and keen basketball awareness positioned him as a prospective lottery pick, though few foresaw how swiftly he would ascend to stardom. In the 2017 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics chose Tatum as the third overall pick, marking a pivotal moment in the team's history. Right from his rookie year, Tatum showcased the dynamic skills and scoring prowess that would characterize his career. His memorable playoff debut helped propel the Celtics to just one game away from the NBA Finals during his initial postseason experience. Tatum's personal achievements outline a path to NBA greatness, featuring 6 All-Star appearances, 4 first-team All-NBA honors, and a championship win in 2024. Remarkably, his professional accomplishments by the age of 27 tally over 13,000 points and 4,000 rebounds, placing him among the elite, alongside legends like LeBron James and Wilt Chamberlain. Absolutely, we can all relate. I can't emphasize this enough. It's tough to experience going to the finals and falling short. That was an incredibly painful moment, and all summer long, we had to listen to it, half the folks acknowledging our effort, while the other half criticized us for not finishing strong. The scoring stats clearly reflect a legacy of exceptional performance. In his initial 7 seasons, Tatum has recorded an average of 21.2 points, 7.1 boards, and 3.5 assists per contest, coupled with a 35.8% shooting percentage from beyond the arc. His capacity to score effectively from the paint, mid-range, and three-point line positions him as one of the toughest matchups in today's NBA. The 2024 NBA championship marked the pinnacle of Tatum's evolution from a promising rookie to a franchise cornerstone. Although Jaylen Brown earned the Finals MVP accolade, Tatum's leadership and significant contributions throughout the playoffs were vital to Boston's journey. The championship provided a sense of redemption for past playoff heartaches and solidified Tatum's status as one of the league's premier talents. As Tatum's career has evolved, so too have his interests outside of basketball. His forays into modeling and brand development showcase a contemporary strategy for marketing athletes. Recent collaborations in modeling and his alliance with Jordan Brown highlight his charisma that transcends the court, and his business mindset echoes the modern quest for generational prosperity. His bond with his son, Duce, has emerged as a key element of his public persona. Tatum's often includes his son in team activities and has shared how fatherhood inspires him. Duce's joyful moments with the team throughout the 2024 championship journey emerged as one of the playoffs' most heartwarming narratives. Tatum's philanthropic efforts center around education and youth advancement in his hometown of St. Louis, showcasing his dedication to supporting the community that influenced his charitable philosophy, which resembles his playing style, deliberate, strategic, and aimed at lasting change rather than fleeting fame. The differences between Smart and Tatum's are evident in their leadership styles and personal branding. Smart has consistently embraced direct engagement and frank dialogue, even when it led to uneasy circumstances. His readiness to openly challenge teammates and address issues head-on underscores his strong sense of responsibility and values. Conversely, Tate has developed a more tactful public image, as seen in how he handles critique, like his response to Brandon Jennings labeling him as soft, favoring nuanced pushback over outright clashes. This divergence in their communication approaches added to the friction that eventually prompted Smart's exit from Boston. While both athletes have faced injuries in their careers, their reactions highlight contrasting elements of their character. Smart's tendency to endure pain and his penchant for exaggerated responses to physical challenges showcase his intricate connection to bodily distress. Tatum's 2025 ankle injury and his diligent rehabilitation strategy highlight his commitment to sustainable health rather than immediate success. The financial narratives of their careers reveal contrasting experiences. Smart's multiple contract discussions and team transitions underscore the realities faced by elite role players in a league dominated by stars. In contrast, Tatum's lucrative contract extensions and brand endorsements place him among the top earners in the NBA, showcasing the financial divide between superstars and supportive teammates. Their interactions with the media and fan base have likewise developed in distinct ways. Smart's open demeanor during interviews and readiness to tackle contentious issues have endeared him to journalists in search of genuine comments. In contrast, Tatum's adopts a more restrained strategy when dealing with the media, showcasing the delicate image control expected of a franchise star. As they approach what might be the concluding phase of their peak years, both athletes encounter distinct hurdles. Now at 31, Smart needs to demonstrate his ability to aid winning teams while adjusting to his fourth club in just 3 years. His position with the Lakers may be his last opportunity to play a key role in securing a championship. At 27, Tatum is stepping into what many consider his peak years, accompanied by the weight of championship aspirations and the demands of being the emblem of a storied franchise. With Smart's absence, his leadership will face significant challenges, compelling him to nurture different facets of his character and adapt his strategy within the team. The respective paths of Marcus Smart and Jayson Tatum illustrate contrasting routes to success in the NBA. One thrives on relentless effort and defensive prowess, while the other relies on innate talent and offensive adaptability. Their shared tenure on the court fostered a distinctive synergy that melded these varied styles into a contender's caliber of basketball. As they gear up to confront one another as rivals, their unique narratives lay the groundwork for what is poised to be a riveting rivalry in contemporary NBA lore. The intense clips that reignited their fame signify more than just a fleeting clash. They symbolize the convergence of two paths that have been connected since that pivotal moment when a fresh-faced Duke rookie teamed up with a tenacious guard out of Oklahoma State, both draped in Celtic green. That's a wrap for now, everyone. If you found this interesting, don't forget to tap the card displayed on the screen.